Hey, and welcome back. It's Jennifer Britton, and it is day 4 of the 21 for 21. Bit of a different intro. Today, one of the themes we talk about at the end of the call was how today was one of those days that just things happen. And so one of the things that happened was, in fact, the recording did not start at the top of the call. You're going to miss just about 10 minutes of conversation. We sort of recapped some of those themes, but wanted to share with you that today's theme is all about, if not now, when? If you don't do it now, when are you going to do it? And what do you really want to do? Over the first 3 days of this series, I hope that you've gotten clear on your vision. That was day 1, on what your priorities are, and then what you really want to focus on. We're going to drill that down even further into today's topic, which then interfaces it with an interesting model of time management known as the 4D model. The 4D model came up from Jack Canfield in a book, I think called Focus, that was published in the mid-2000s. And it introduces this 4D model that's also been adopted by organizations like Microsoft. It talks about what you want to do, what you want to delegate, what you want to defer or put off, and what do you want to dump. Yes, it's okay to dump certain tasks. So today the inquiry is to really look at what do you want to do, dump, and delegate or defer. So I hope that you will transfer over some of this big learning that you've had if you've been working on the worksheets. What have you noticed from those projects or tasks? And then with everything on the list, whether it's through the eyes of the next 21 days, this month, or this quarter, what you really want to make sure you get done, what you definitely want to defer to a later date, and what do you want to dump? Sometimes it's important for us to dump projects as well. I actually asked the group today, what does your to-do list look like, and how do you like to plan? Are you a clipboard person? And I was sharing a little bit that I love my clipboards. So, I've been using this clipboard. Again, we've got our new January badge. I'll be sharing the February badge, which is now ready for those that are sprinting with us. And on the to-do list, we can be doing, a lot of different things. Some of us love a lot of detail, others don't like a lot. Some of us love seeing that it gets checked off. I certainly like it in 2 formats. So my own planning system, a couple of different layers of planning. I've got for this sprint, right? And different programs, I've got different clipboards, right? So these are some of the clipboards. This is like remote pathways. I just grab and go. We had this sprint. We had last month's sprint. So that was January's sprint. And I just find that that's an easy way to sort of keep going. I've also got one in the background here for writing, content ideas for 2021. As you can see, I'm a visual learner, right? It's really important that I get to see things and experience things. And I want to make sure that they're not hidden in binders. Beside me, I have a lot of binders, one for each different program. I've got, this year I expanded it. I've got maybe a few too many, but actually it's a really easy way to what Marty Weatherly was saying of actually scheduling stuff and getting it away. So I have a speaking binder. I have a writing binder. I have my team binder. I have the mastermind binder. I have one on content. I have one on the business, one on projects on the side burner. So as I think of ideas, they go into that. And while I love having a notebook, and I typically go through sort of a different notebook, just one of these plain, I just go to the dollar store literally and get them composition notebooks. But I also found these really cool folder pockets where I can put other things in, like some of my favorite Post-it notes and some labels as well. And what I like about this, I include a couple things on it. So I usually have these for classes I'm running, and we've been doing a couple of the avatar maps lately. This will actually feed in and my brain will remember what's there, but to really cue it, there's also a content page. As you can see here, I've been moving so fast, I haven't put the content in, but that might be one of our projects where I'll go through and I'll say, okay, content map, avatar map for remote professional, or stand out virtually, page number 71, 72. So one of these typically lasts maybe about a couple of months at max. And I do have a whole pile of them. Again, I'm an author. I also shared today that I was a tree planter. I planted trees, which was what put me through university. So given that I used to plant 1,000 trees a day, I sort of feel that I can use paper. I've given back in my former life, but we can actually digitize that. And last month, of course, we talked about that cool tool of the Rocketbook, and I'll maybe share that in tomorrow's call. So with that, enjoy today's sprint. We're going to go right into the sprint. I've spliced it in. You'll hear a little bit about our conversation at the back end. And remember, tomorrow's call, 3 p.m., I will be doing prizes for those who share. So we'll see you tomorrow. Take care. All right, welcome back. So I will stop this share. I realized that I didn't record the first part. So if anyone's catching in, sorry that you missed the first part. We had a very lively discussion about what we were focusing on, from social media to, how we planned. I'll work backwards on our slides, but before I forget, as I was stepping up, I was realizing, okay, quick reminder. How's your 21 for 21 going, right? Are you tracking what you're doing? Are you noting every day? Some of you might also be doing the monthly daily tracker. So this is from PlanDoTrack. If any of you have the PlanDoTrack guide, there is a monthly daily tracker where you can track some really fun things. So I just realized I hadn't tracked for a few days, but it's always a good thing if you enjoy. And I was happy to see, on the note of tracking, tomorrow I will be doing a giveaway at the first part of the call for people who've been active in the Facebook group or the Conversation Sparker Zone. So if you haven't joined us yet in the Virtual and Remote Visionaries Hub, definitely check it out. Also, if you prefer, Conversation Sparker Zone, which is conversation-sparker.mn.co. What I'm always amazed with is different people like different platforms, and I'm in both on different days. So you will find me in both of those. Any insights from your 21 for 21 minutes today? I found it went fast. I'm like really starting to groove into this project, which is a new book for digital entrepreneurs. And I'm like, ooh, this is going to be a fun book. So Ruth, what was it like for you?
They went really fast. And I think the lesson I take from today is that I didn't get much done.
Okay.
But the whole day has been, it's now like almost 6 p.m. And the whole day for me has been like this. So sometimes you just gotta, well, just go do something else, and don't push it, because it is not your day for getting things done or productivity or whatever. So,
Yeah.
well, that's been me today. And the 21 minutes were a little bit like that because the internet didn't work, the files didn't download.
Oh, I'm with you.
The printer was not working.
Just keep
And
rolling.
well,
Yeah.
whatever.
We have good days, we have off days. I've been up myself
Yeah.
since about 3:30.
Yeah.
I could not get back to sleep. And then it's just been, it's been one thing after another. So you know what? I'm happy I got 21 minutes to focus on something important today. I'm looking at like the bright spots of the day. What I would encourage you though is make sure that you do spend some time on today's, if not now, when, because while a few days can be like, oh, I'm not getting stuff done. If we have more than a few days, that's really a signal. Like, what do we need to do? What do we need to maybe dump or defer, right? I think sometimes it's really easy to put a lot of pressure on ourselves. Like, I've got to get it done. But hopefully one thing that will come out of this sprint series is you may be finding that you're getting ahead of projects that really feel a bit weighty. Things that maybe have been on your, this is important and I want to get it done list, but I haven't had time to do it. And I think as we get some of those off our list, we can stand a little taller. I personally like to have the long legs of the woman at the bottom right. My legs are not that long, but it'd be nice to sort of like be able to hurdle over some of these crazy hurdles that show up in our world some days. So think about your to-do list. Again, it was the do, dump, defer, or delegate. And that is today's theme of day 4. So I'm curious, not to put you on the spot, Whitney, but did you get your recording done?
I did. Ooh. And the great thing about the 21 minutes is I might have said, oh, I'm going to re-record that. But I was like, no, I'm done. It's good enough.
Nice. So we heard at the start, which may not have gotten recorded. I might have 2 pieces of today. Whitney was doing a recording of a visualization. So that's really, really cool. And Yan, I'm intrigued. Did you find 10 podcasts, Yan? Maybe Yan's still working. Hard to say. But anyways, whatever you got done today, note it down. Inga, you're off your thing. What was your project today? You've done papers. You've done more papers?
Yeah, it was more papers, but important insurance papers, and I got them all organized, and I feel awesome. Yeah, I feel a lot lighter. So thank you.
So good. That is so good. Well, come back tomorrow, not at 12 noon, but at 3 p.m. with your next project. And I look forward to seeing you at 3 p.m. as we wind up the week. If you're free Saturday or Sunday, you'll find me here 12 noon as well. So with that, everyone, have a great week. We'll see you
Bye.
tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.